Hello and welcome back to the Sim Racing channel where nothing is impossible. It's Florian for Sim Racing with Handicap 502 and this is part 2 of my review of the new Challengers Pack DLC in Assetto Corsa Competizione. In this video we will have a look at the Lamborghini Huracán Super Trofeo Evo 2, the Audi R8 LMS GT3 Evo 2 and the BMW M2 CS Racing. So let's take a look at the first car. So now let's have a look at the Lamborghini Huracán Super Trofeo Evo 2. It is the second powerful car after the Ferrari with 620 horsepower. But it has a bit more aero than the Ferrari, a bit more downforce. Look at that rear, wow, that car looks stunning. They all look good, but yeah, this is also extremely nice. Let's see, we have no official liveries, but let's see what color combinations we have. Green, very nice. It's also very nice. Let's see the interior. Yeah, let's go to the track and compare it to the Ferrari on Monza.
Green light, go, go, go.
So let's do a few laps with the Lamborghini.
Low tire pressure, stay clear of the curbs.
Again, low tire pressures and temperatures because we have no tire blankets. Now only 6 gears as in most of the cars. And I can already feel that we have way less understeer. Car has more downforce. Top speed not as high as in the Ferrari. We can brake so much later than with the Ferrari. So let's see if we can do a proper lap.
Well done, mate. That's the fastest lap.
So, how does the car feel? Completely different to the Ferrari. I think it drives like a GT3 car. It's slightly slower, but not much of a difference, I would say. Very nice to control on the limit. I think you will enjoy this car. You can easily correct some slides. So yeah, very fun car. I really like it. Yeah, you see the lap times are pretty comparable to the lap times of the Ferrari. I mean, it wasn't a perfect lap with this car, also not with the Ferrari, but I think they are kind of similar in lap times, although completely different cars, completely different to drive. But yeah, there might be bigger differences on other tracks. Now let's take a look from the outside and how it sounds. Now let's have a look at the Audi R8 LMS Evo 2. It looks kind of like the old one, so there's no big differences, I would say. I mean, the wing looks way bigger, but yeah, I think that's the only big difference. Other than that, it's only details, I would say. Let's see what liveries we've got. An Audi Sport basic livery. Quite nice. Yeah, also very basic. So not much liveries. Let's take a look at the inside. So as this is a German car, we will drive it on the only German track in the game, the Nürburgring. Let's see how it drives compared to the old Audi or the old Audis. I can already tell that it is way more stable on the corner entry than the old Audi, so way easier to drive. And I'm driving the aggressive setup, more or less on default. Slightly missed the apex here. Absolutely no oversteer here, which is a problem with the old car. Can really brake aggressive and it's no problem. So let's see if we can do a proper lap. So what can I say about the car? Yeah, as I said, it's way more stable than the old Audi. It's nearly a bit strange, I would say, because it behaves more like a front-engined car than a mid-engined car. It oversteers very easily on the exit of the corner if you're not careful on the throttle, which is, yeah, kind of strange for a mid-engined car again. But there is nearly no oversteer on the entry of the corner, which was a big problem on the old car. Yeah, I personally would prefer a bit more oversteer on the entry, only a tiny bit. So I would make it even more aggressive than on the aggressive preset, which is strange. On the old car it was the opposite. But yeah, I think this car will suit more people now, way more people than the old one. People will feel more happy with it. Also beginners can drive this car, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it sounds like the old car, there is no difference. So overall pretty nice, pretty good improvement to the old car, I would say. So I won't show you the outside of the car because it pretty much looks and sounds like the old one, so I don't think this is necessary. Now we have a look at the BMW M2 CS Racing from the TC America class. It is the least powerful car in this DLC with 340 horsepower. I think the road version has more, but the TC America version has 340, but I'm not 100% sure. Please correct me if it's wrong in the comments. Yeah, I think it looks pretty nice. I mean, it will be way slower than the other cars, that's for sure. But I think it will be fun for racing. Let's have a look. We have some liveries here. Classic American livery with the flag on the hood. That looks quite nice. That's a bit boring, I would say. Only white. Oh, that's an interesting livery, I would say. Here you see it. TCX is the actual class where it drives. That's how the interior looks. So I'm going to drive this car on Solder as it is the slowest car, and I thought I will take a short track for this car. Also, I think it can take the curbs in the chicane very good, or in the chicanes. So yeah, let's do some laps.
Low tire pressure, stay away from curbs.
let's try to get a fast lap. So, what do I think about the car? I think it drives quite nice. You can definitely feel the weight, and you can also definitely feel that it has no downforce. You can easily lose it in the fast corners if you turn in a bit too much, because it seems to have the grip on the front, but the rear can't keep up then, and yeah, you lose it in a corner where you don't expect it. Yeah, but it sounds very nice, I think. It's fun to drive. You can brake fairly late, I think. I have to say, I'm a bit surprised, but I think it's because we don't have that much power and we are not that fast when we approach a corner. That's the reason why we can brake fairly late. Yeah, good car overall. I think it will be for close racing, it will be perfect. But yeah, I have some doubts if it will be that popular, which would be sad because it's a nice and fun car. Now let's have a look at the car from the outside and how it sounds. Now, as we have seen all the cars, what do you think about them? In general, all the cars look amazing and they are very detailed as we know it from ACC. They are a challenge to drive, but at the same time really good control on the limit. The sound of the car is mostly amazing. The 2 points I would criticize are the extreme stiff suspension of the Porsche Cup, which you can't change and makes the car very bouncy, and the sound of the Porsche in the interior, which seems to miss a few things. So, would I recommend to buy the DLC? Yes and no. In general, 5 cars for 11 euros is an amazing value for money. But I think it depends if you like to drive online or offline. If you drive offline most of the time, you should definitely buy it. But if you play online most of the time, I would wait if there will be some leaks for the new cars and if they will be used in public lobbies, because that is what I'm not sure about. I would also like to know what you think, so please tell me in the comments if you like the new cars and if you will buy the DLC or have already bought it. I will definitely make more content about the cars, and if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider to subscribe.